What's good? What's good? It's the one and only, but what do I know? Boxer coming back at y'all with another one. We got Vladimir Shishkin, IBF contender, IBF super middleweight contender, basically saying that he is ready for a fight with Canelo and he feels like he will give Canelo all that he can handle. Now, honestly, before I know how a lot of you fans are when somebody calls out your favorite fighter, you just automatically take it as defense. I don't see there being any type of problems or anything to be worried about with Vladimir Shishkin. But before I get into what my thoughts are and how I would see him faring against the top fighters at 168, here's what Mr. Shishkin had to say about Canelo. Alright, so shout out to Boxing Scene. It says, unbeaten contender Vladimir Shishkin grinded out a hard-fought unanimous decision victory over former champion Jose Uzcategui to win the IBF super middleweight title eliminator. I came to America and I've been living here for the last few years to reach my goal and become a world champion, says Shishkin, who won by scores of 115, 113, and 117-11 by two of the other judges. This is a big step in that direction. It was a big chance for me, and I took advantage of it. Both fighters came out aggressive from the outset, looking to land powerful right hands and from close quarters. That toe-to-toe mentality maintained throughout the fight as they frequently wrestled for position on the inside. As the fight progressed, it was Shishkin's combination punching that helped separate him from Uzcategui on the judge's scorecard. Shishkin averaged 63 punches per round compared to Uzcategui's, averaged 63 punches thrown per round compared. I was finna say, like, damn, ain't no way dude landed that many punches in 12 rounds. Compared to Uzcategui's 43 thrown, and outlanded his opponent 38-20 over the four of the final two frames. I felt control throughout the fight, said Shishkin. I'm on a higher level now, and the fights are going to be tougher. He pushed me hard. It was something new for me. With his strong finish and a 238-162 overall edge and punches landed, Shishkin was able to clinch a victory. The win puts the unbeaten Shishkin in position to challenge for a title at 168 pounds. I want all the big names at 168, said Shishkin. Canelo is the champion right now, and I'll be ready to give him all that he can handle. Now, truth be told, I think Vladimir Shishkin is a good fighter. I thought he performed very well against a tough guy like Jose Uzcategui. But for what it was a good fight. He's a good fighter. He definitely can box. He has good defensive, and he's a good defensive fighter as well. However, he makes subtle mistakes that I just don't see Canelo, or I don't see him being a threat to Canelo, or to be honest, any of the top fighters at 168. Y'all have to excuse my coughing, man. I'm still getting over a little sickness, so when you hear that, just excuse it. But I don't see him being a threat to any of these guys at 168. Now, he was able to land great combinations on Jose Uzcategui. Jose Uzcategui was making some of the biggest mistakes, for one, like I stated in the other video, for one, constantly having his head when you're fighting, right, you never want your head to lean forward past your knee, because bro, you're there to be hit. And if you look at the fight, Vladimir Shishkin all he had to do was just throw out his punches. He didn't even have to hesitate. He didn't have to throw anything fast or anything. He just threw out his punches, the combination, and Jose Uzcategui was there just to be hit. And that was one of the biggest mistakes that he was constantly making. However, Vladimir Shishkin was also available for that right hand by Jose Uzcategui. Now, luckily, Vladimir Shishkin has a decent chin. He was able to take the punches because he definitely took a few flush ones. Vladimir Shishkin's head is right there on the line to be hit. He doesn't place his head in the right spots when he's throwing his punches. Therefore, whenever the times that Jose Uzcategui would throw back or throw with Shishkin was right there to be hit. He has good movement. He is a little slick. He's slick in there, but he's not slick enough for me to where he doesn't put himself in the right position at times, and therefore he gets hit. He's there to be hit. I don't see him being a threat to Canelo. I don't see him. I mean, and you know the skills are there, but you know he's not the most monstrous puncher. With the shots that he was landing on Uzcategui, like if David Benavidez was to land those shots, or even if Canelo Alvarez was to land those shots, it wouldn't be good for him. So I don't see him being a threat to Canelo. His style, normally, you know, Canelo, we all say Canelo doesn't like that slick style, but in this situation right here, I think that Canelo would dominate Shishkin at this point. Shishkin was actually Anthony Durrell's sparring partner for Caleb Plant, and I can see why, but I don't see Shishkin being a threat for the top guys. And when the top guys, I'm saying Caleb Plant, David Benavidez, of course Canelo Alvarez, David Morrell. Like I don't see him being a threat to the Demetrius Andrade. Although those all make for great fights, or at least very good fights, I don't see him being a threat to these guys. As for Canelo, I highly doubt that Canelo fights this guy or anytime soon. I mean, because for what, really? Like, I mean, seriously, Canelo, I would criticize the hell out of Canelo if he was, like, willing to give Shishkin a challenge, but not Demetrius Andrade. I mean, I would criticize the hell out of Canelo, but it looks like, from what I was saying, I stated this in the other video, it looks like Canelo was gonna fight John Ryder. You know, it is what it is in that situation. Demetrius Andrade dropped the ball, but that's for another video. So I don't see Canelo fighting this dude no time soon. But if he should, you know, but that's the beautiful thing about boxing. You know, Shishkin has a lot to learn. He's with Sugar Hill. If y'all don't know, Sugar Hill is the trainer of Tyson Fury, who kind of, you know, helped Tyson Fury become this knockout puncher or whatnot. So, you know, he's a very good trainer. Shishkin gets work in with the Durrell brothers. He sparred Andre Durrell and Anthony Durrell. So, you know, and truth be told, you know, Jose Uzcategui has not been the same. He's not really been the same since his fight with Caleb Plant. I mean, he lost against this dude named Lionel. I think the dude was like 20-5. Lionel Thompson or something like that. I think the dude was like 20-5 or something. The dude shouldn't, like, a dude that we thought, you know, Uzcategui was gonna watch. He looked very terrible in. You know, he had some victories over guys that had like 20 and 19. This is after his fights with Caleb. I mean, so I mean, Jose Uzcategui is not really. It's not a prime version of Jose Uzcategui. But however, nevertheless, I mean, you know, Vladimir Shishkin got in there, did what he's supposed to do. Let me know what you guys think if you watched the performance. Like, comment, subscribe. But what do I know?